If you want to see how I meal prep for the week, stick around. Welcome back to Sherna's kitchen. Today we are making cassava stir fry. This was a request from my mommy, and because it was Mother's Day yesterday, I am doing this for her. So I'm starting off by peeling off the cassava. It's pretty easy, and then I'm rinsing it out. This is how much it is. This was 6 pounds of cassava in total, and then I just chopped it into smaller pieces so that it would be easier for me to boil. When I was done chopping up all of the cassava and they were bouncing away from me, I then rinsed them off just to get like a little bit of the starch off because it was pretty starchy. And then I fill the pot in preparation to put it on the stove. My mom always boils the cassava with soybean oil, so I'm just adding a little bit of that to the pot as well as a little bit of salt. And then when it's done, your fork should go through it very easily, and you see how that was. And then I just strained it out and got straight into cutting up my vegetables. It was a quick transition, you see how that look. And these are all the vegetables for the stir fry, and I'm going to start off by actually cutting up the cassava pieces that I just strained into smaller bits. This is when the cassava is obviously cool because I don't want to burn my fingertip. And when that's done, we are now ready to actually stir fry all of the vegetables that we would have just cut up. I usually just toss in everything, and then I just added in the carrots afterwards, and I give that a good mix, and then I began seasoning the actual pot. But I usually use my top faves, which is basil, parsley, as well as Italian seasoning and a little bit of Maggi cube, and I give that a mix. And then I'm gonna add in just a little bit of the cassava at first, just so that it will be able to coat the actual vegetable parts first, and then when I was done, I just added in everything else after, just dumped it in. I usually make sure this is on low heat so it doesn't burn at the bottom, and it should look like this. I usually like mine very carroty. And when I was done with that, I went into making my stew pigeon peas, because pigeon peas is literally my favorite peas ever. Then I went into doing the baked chicken. I had chicken in the freezer from before, from when I seasoned it last, so this is coming to light right now, and I put that in the oven to bake because I'm tired of eating stew stuff. And this is how everything came out. This is also stewed turkey because I didn't have enough chicken, so I just stewed the rest of turkey that I had. And then now it's time for me to put everything in the bowl. I started off with the cassava, of course. I added the peas, then the chicken, and of course I had to put in the turkey because I only had enough chicken for the first 3 bowls, and then turkey was to the rest. Then I made like a sauce off camera for the cassava, because sometimes cassava does be kind of dry. I don't want to be choking on my food, right? But yeah, this is how everything looked. I also got plantain and I boiled it, and then that was basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.